Now, so today, the fourth video, I'm going to do like the 3 types of question. So as you can see, I separate into 2 parts. One is like the black screen. The other one is like the question part. The question part will be like very small, right? So I will write the question by the side using a different color. Okay, using yellow color, let's say. Okay, so I'll be writing it very, very fast because okay lah, I assume that you do really lah, because based on what I see from students, among 48 students that is over here, around 28 students replied me already. So I can say 70% of you all said you're already done already, which is very good. Okay, so let's do it now. Now, so the next one, okay, the next one. Now, so first of all, type number 1 question, type number 1 question, it's about what? It's about everything numbers. Okay, everything is about numbers. Okay, so I'll be writing all the questions down besides the first and the fourth one. Okay, I'll write here. 9 3 over 2 times with 27, negative 4 over 3 times with 81, negative 1 over 4. Okay, now so this question over here, before I start, I'm going to let you know the 3 important steps that I've been going through a lot of times. Okay, now so the thing here is what are the 3 steps, the so-called 3 balls that I mentioned about indices that helps me a lot. Okay, so what are the 3 steps? So I'm going to write it by the side and show you. First step, you're going to be big to small, small to big. Next step, bracket, you're going to times it. Next, remember all these things? Same base. Okay, same base. If times, you're going to plus. Divide, you're going to minus, right? So these are the things that we have been going through. And I remember I've been repeating this. Don't memorize the rules. Okay, the reason being because you memorize the rules, it doesn't help. The thing is, you have to try out the question and try to use the what? Do you know the rules is about what? The rules is about the shortcuts that indices prove. The first video, the first class, the first video, okay, is about proving why the indices rule says like this. And we prove already is like this, then indices says that's the shortcut, please use it. That's why when you come into maths, it's like it shortened the whole thing. The whole working is like, let's say supposedly it's like 5 workings. You cut short into like 1 working. And just an example. Okay, so first step, you're gonna be step 1. Okay, step 1, step 2, and step 3. Step 1, big to small, small to big. Your 9, I will make it 3 square. Okay, 9, it will be 3 square, then 3, 2. Can you see that? So can you see I replaced the big base into a small base? So you notice that I didn't really go and break it up because no marks. So that's why I say you have to do it. The reason being because I need you to familiarize with the big numbers. Then you change to the small number. You have to slowly sort of indirectly memorize it already. I don't want to force you to memorize, but you sort of memorize it by doing it. Okay, so besides practicing, you actually memorize it as well. Okay, 27, you get 3 cube. Oh, good. Okay, 3 cube. So this one 3 cube. Then negative 8. Okay, so this one 4 over 3. Then times with 3 power 4, negative 1 over 4. Okay, so you see, fantastic. So after you get this one, then what's the next thing? Okay, what's the next thing? The next thing being, the next one being your second step really. Your second step is about brackets. You're gonna times it. So cut, you see 3 times 3 over 2. You cut the 3 and 3. Okay, can you see that? So you get like 3 times negative 4 over 3. You cut it off, the denominator cut off. So 3 times with 3 power negative 4 times with 3 power negative 1. In case you don't know, I just write it nicely. When you cut it, you get 1 and 1. Correct? You get 1 and 1. That's why you see you get the number there. Okay. So in the end, same base. Can you see the ultimate goal? The reason why you change all the 27, the 9, 81 into small base. Why are you doing that? Okay. Why are you changing them into number 3? Okay. The reason being, after you change it, it becomes what? It becomes prime number, smallest base already. Ultimate goal done. Same base you do plus minus. Okay. So 3 and minus 4 and minus 1 times you get to plus it, right? So 3 plus minus 4 plus minus 1. Then 3 plus minus, you get a minus lah. This one you get a minus as well. So I'll just write extra bookings, okay? So 3 minus 4 minus 1. Okay, so next, listen carefully. 3 minus 4 minus 1. 3 minus 4 minus 1. Minus 1, you get a minus 2. So this one, I'm going to write like this standard thing that I always show students. I said that over here, there's two very important extra skill. I make it bigger to remind you. A power negative n equals to 1 over an. Remember that? Then after that, what else? Okay, what else I mentioned to everybody? Wait, so I remember I said a power 0 equals to 1. So these are the extra two things lah. Okay, extra two things that I mentioned to everybody. Okay, wait, a power 0 equals to 1. Okay, so when I move it over here, okay, go back to the question. So this is actually what? I've been writing over 1, remember that? Then you change to equals to 1 over 3 squared. So I write it one more time, 1 over 3 squared. Your final answer is 1 over 9. So that's the answer for the first one. Okay, so for this question, I mentioned it quite detailed, you know. The rest of the question, I will boom, okay, fly faster, okay, faster already. Okay, so let me see. All the index numbers I got were same as the denominator. Is that correct? Ira, so happen, yes. So happen, yes. Okay, because normally in PT3, right, the question is like quite, they purposely make it that way because they want to make it easier. Okay, so that's why you see the numbers like normally you can straight away simplify it. Okay, now so everyone, the next question comes in ready. The next question being 16, 3 over 4 times with 8, negative 2 over 3, and times with 4, 3 over 2. Okay, I'll make it faster now. Faster. Okay, so the next one, 16 going to be 2, 4, 3, 4. 8 gonna be 2, 3. You see, I know all these things already. Okay, of course, if let's say you are students where you replace from other tutors, right? Remember to check out the 3 videos that I posted in YouTube. Okay, so just to have a better overview one more time on how I do it. So different tutors, okay, different teachers, they have different style. Okay, so my style is to change every base into smaller one. Okay, so in case you want to know how to get this thing, second video. Okay, second video, you will see it. Okay, second video, the final part of it. Okay, I share about this thing. Okay, and the starting part of the third video. Okay, then times with 2 square, 3, 2. Okay, so step 1 done already, big to small, small to big. Second step, bracket says times. So it's about index. Okay, it's about index, so times all these things. So happen that it simplifies the denominator away, right? So 2, 3 times 2, negative 2 times with 2 power 3. Okay, do you notice I've been writing the same thing and said the same explanation? The ultimate goal of you converting big base into small base is to achieve what? Same base. Okay, so 3, you see, times you plus, right? 3 plus minus 2. Okay, 3 plus minus 2. Sorry, the writing have been like going off. Okay, then plus 3, then 2, this one minus 3 minus 2 plus 3, this one extra workings, I just put it by the side. So 2, 3 minus 2, you get 1. 1 plus 3, what you get? 1 plus 3, you get 4. So answer will be 16. So that's how you get it. Okay, so Jared, you mentioned that how if the base is like different? In a while you will see it. Okay, in a while you will see it. Okay, so like this question over here, the fourth question that we do last week is about same base, different base. Okay, Ewan cannot. Okay, cannot. I think I missed out this. Why not? I put it on top as well. Okay, everyone. So this type 1 question, right? Okay, there is a few ways of asking it. I will just make it bigger and write it by the side. I think I missed out this. Can you write it by the side? This word called find the value. I missed out this word slash. Sometimes they will say the word evaluate. Okay, evaluate. Sometimes they will use the word evaluate as well. Okay, can you write that? Okay, so these 2 words, right? It means I need you to get the final answer. Final answer as in you expand till the power becomes 1. For example, I get you a 3 squared, you got to make it 9. Let's say I get you a 1 over 2 cubed, you got to write 1 over 8, something like this. Okay, but if there is a question talks about simplify, in a while you will see like what you mentioned. As for Ewan, you mentioned that is there any case where you will write 2 power 4 is when they write the word simplify. I'm going to write it over here now. If they say simplify, simplify, you stop here. Okay, okay, if they say the word simplify, you stop here. This one is about find value, okay, or maybe evaluate. Okay, so move it over here, same thing, you put the word simplify. Simplify means you still remain as your base and index format lah. This one is about find value or maybe evaluate. Okay, so Ewan, okay now, Ewan? You got the idea? Okay, so everybody, let's say you got the idea already. So I will do one more on the divide part, then I will skip and move into another question where the other students in the other class ask me about it. Say that, teacher, can you specifically mention about this question? In a while we'll talk about that. Okay, so next, move on. Okay, move on to the divide version. I will select one question and do it. So this gonna be, let me see. Okay, this one. So Jared, right? You mentioned about how if there is 2 different base. Okay. So let's say I get you a 32, 3 over 5, divide by 3, negative 2. Okay, so this one. Now, so as for, yes, Jared, you're right. So it depends on what they say, you know. So if they say find the value, they say evaluate, then you're going to make sure the meaning of the one that you say must not have an index, it means power 1. Okay, I believe that's what you mean. Okay, so everyone, the next one comes in ready. So 32, okay, this one I just write it by the side in case you need like extra explanation on this. Okay, 32, how I make it smaller? Your first step, big to small, small to big. What times what equals to 32? Okay, for everybody, it will be 4 times 8. Or maybe 2 times 16, right? So up to you. Ira, you're right. So 4 is going to be 2 times 2, 8 is going to be 2 times 4, and 4 is going to be 2 times 2. So everyone, how many 2s are there? So there is a total of 5, so it will be 2 power 5, because the meaning of 2 power 5 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? So you replace it, that's why you see, if let's say you you can work it out faster without this, right? It will be good. This one no marks, you know, no marks. It's just that I write it over there for you to see. Okay, it's a no marks, no marks. Okay, so divide by the 3 is already power smallest base, correct? Not? It's already smallest base. Perfect, Ira, very good. 3 power negative 2. Then times, right? Cut 1 1, you get a 2 power 3 divide by 3 power negative 2. This is the one. Okay. Yes, Hamizan, we can do it for sure. That's why I've been simplifying stuff for students to see it. I've been giving you like experience that I've been through. Okay, I said that I'm not that good in maths, okay, but I can do it. You can do it as well. Okay, so if let's say you talk about 2 power 3 divided by 3 power negative 2, right? These are 2 different base. Okay, Jared, can you see that? 2 different base. Can you see that? Okay, so if let's say 2 different base, you didn't achieve that final ultimate goal of getting the same base to do your times you plus, divide you minus. You cannot do that. So you separate it, separately do it. So the first one, you're gonna expand it and make it 8. You don't tell me 6, 6 will be common mistake. Like now, if you do this 6, right? Stupid mistakes. Okay. So divide by this one familiar, right? So I put it over here. 3 power negative 2. It means over 1. You make it. Okay, so you're going to make it 1 over 3 squared. So 1 over 3 squared, you know the answer will be what? 8 divided by 1 over 9. So 8 divide change to times 9 over 1. Basically 9 over 1 means 9. Okay. Wait, so it means 9. So I just put 9 there. So answer 72. Fantastic. Okay. So these are the few questions that I'm going to go through with you on this part. Okay. So now everyone, I'm going to move to the final 3 parts. Okay, this one is type number 1, by the way. Okay, type number 1. So everyone, I will need you to flip to the next page. There is only one class managed to finish the whole thing. Okay, including part 2. Okay, so I see whether you can work out faster on this or not. Okay, let's do it. Step 3, you flip the book. Okay, flip the book, come into this page, you see. So I'm going to make it very small because I'm going to write it by the side on the black color screen. Okay, so I make it smaller and write my first question there. It's in your step 3 one. It's still under the first one, you see. Okay, let me show you. Can you see type 1? I state there numbers. So I categorized to 3 types of question to you already. Okay, so the first question being, 5121 over 3 times with 8 power negative 3. Okay, now I'm going to give you like a good 30 seconds. Okay, 30 seconds. I will need you to reply in the chats. Okay, can you try it up? You notice that till now, right, I didn't really touch my calculator. You see that? Besides last week, okay, one of the question I typed like 2 power 7. I get a final answer of 128. Big numbers, okay. But if let's say the throughout the whole workings, I didn't really touch it. If I touch it, you will see like I stopped for a while because I'm typing. But no, I didn't touch it. Okay, because like what I mentioned, as you do it, you remember all the numbers, and like for sure. Okay, so now everyone, back to this. The 512, it's a very, very big base. Okay, can you tell me 512, if you were to make it smaller, it will be what power what? Try. Okay, I want to see what type of answer you pass it to me. Go ahead, come. 30 seconds. So far, there is only one student getting the same answer as me. Okay, but two students get the same answer as me, but the rest you get some base which is like bigger one, but it's correct. It's correct. Hey, Iran. Wow, today you are here. Okay, come. Let's do it. Come, continue. I'll give you some time, come. Okay, nice. So for students where you're watching this in YouTube, right? Same thing. Okay, you're gonna spend some time, really sit down and try it. Okay. Wow, Iran, last week you didn't miss me lah. Today miss me. Okay, great. So far correct. Okay. Justin, your final answer correct. Very good. Rajab, terbalik already. Terbalik already. The numbers that you give me is correct. It's just that terbalik already. Yes, you're right. Okay, come everyone. There is 2 type of answer where the 2 type of answer that you pass to me all correct. Okay, so one group of students, get me Hayden correct, but make it final answer. Because they want you to find value instead of simplify. Okay. Now, so one group of students get me 8 cube. 8 cube. Another group of students get me 2 power 9. So which one is better? Okay, let me tell you. It's up to you. It's up to your preference. Okay. If let's say you think 8, you are okay with it, go ahead. Because student will say, hey teacher, I memorized it before. The 512 very familiar way. 8 times 8 times 8. Yeah, you're right. If let's say you memorized before, then okay lah. But for me, if let's say I didn't memorize like 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, all those things, like 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, all those things, then too bad. Okay, so you're gonna go like this. Okay, let me go through it. 512. Let's say you didn't memorize. Okay, let's say you memorize, you get 8 power cube, power 3, right? You didn't memorize, you tell yourself, hey, the 512 is like so big. Divide by prime number of 2 because even number, right? So you divide by 2, you get 256. Student will say like 256 will be familiar, 16 times 16. How if you didn't memorize? Divide by 2 again, 128. It's still very big. Divide by 2 again, 64. Don't tell me 64 you don't know. You want to make it 2 and 32 also can. You want to make it 8 times 8 also can. Up to you. Okay. Then don't tell me 4 and 4. I'll come and slap you. Okay. 2 and 4. 2 and 4. 2 and 2. 2 and 2. So you got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it will be 2 power 9. So I repeat, I will teach you the smallest base because I need you to follow a specific sequence first if you are not so familiar yet with your indices. If let's say you are okay with it, you are like, teacher, I'm confident. I want to try out other ways, cannot. Please go ahead, apply your creativity, but make sure your creativity is like, it follows the indices rule. You are not so sure, let me know. Okay, then I can let you know. Okay. By the way, the answer is the fraction because a few students get me like whole number answers. Okay, so 512, I'll make it 2 power 9. Okay, 2 power 9 bracket 1 over 3. Then 8 is going to be 2 power 3 and negative 3. So cut 2 power 3 times with this one, you times together, you get 2 power negative 9. So same base, nice. 2, 3 plus minus 9. Okay, 2, 3 minus 9. So you see extra workings here already. 2 power negative 6. So this one cannot because this one is not the correct answer. So 2 power negative 6 is actually over 1. So 1 over 2, 6. So I move it. And if you're going to stop at simplify, this is your answer. But the question says what? The question says, you see, find the value. So go ahead and further your answer to 1 over 64. So this is the find value or maybe evaluate. Okay? Cannot. So the next, just to answer, one of the students says that, teacher, where to get the negative 9? The negative 9 is from here. Can you see 3 times with negative 3? Because bracket is 2 times, right? So once you get that, once you get the negative 9, can you see times over here? And because of the same base, we will plus these two things together, okay, by using our indices rule. So the indices rule, everything, the go through from rule 1 up to rule number 9, it's in video number 1 in YouTube, okay, in YouTube. You got to type like Liang mathematics, you will get it. Yes, Ira, you will get the same answer. You will get the same answer. Okay, why not I prove it? Come, okay, everybody, I prove it as well. Okay, how if you are doing, okay, let's say I put a blue color okay, so let's say versus another one. So it depends on you, that's why I say, if let's say you can use your own creativity, go ahead, right? You're very strong with it, go ahead. So you see, everyone, okay, you notice that your final steps is to ultimately achieve what? Achieve same base. So if let's say you're fast enough, you told me that, hey teacher, 8 cube okay, can, why not? Then the other side, you don't touch it already because you get the same base, right? You really reach like the goal. The goal is to get same base, right? Same base, you can do your plus when it is times, divide, you can minus it. So you times, you simplify, get 8, 1 times 8 minus 3. So 8, 1 plus minus 3. So 8, 1 minus 3 is extra already. So 8 power negative 2. Then you do the same thing. So 8 power negative 2 is actually over 1. So 1 over 8 square. So answer is 1 over 64. Same answer. Okay, so it depends on how you want to work it out. Okay, so of course I have to say it again. I'm using PT3 indices laws, the 9 rules. Okay, I didn't move to like other form 4 further faster rules. I skip all those things really because student might say, teacher, my parents do faster. My siblings work out faster than yours. Okay, but that would be like higher level. Like let's say you are in your maths, okay, indices and logarithm, you can work out way much faster as compared to my workings here that's using like PT3 methods. Okay, so everyone, let's do it. Okay, let's go to the next one. Yes, Hamizan, you're right. Okay, you're right. Okay, so any questions you can just let me know over here so I can further explain it. Okay, let me see. Do I have get users or let me see Raja, wait for a while. Okay, I'm doing the recording. Okay. Okay. Javier, I would say try not to. Try not to. You can actually do that, you know. You can actually do that. It's just that I try to make it in a systematic way so you can solve like part by part. But if let's say you're gonna try it out like what you mentioned in the chats, right? You can go and try it out. It's the same answer. Then you can do the simplifying part. Do you try that? Do you try that? You're right. Okay, you're right. You're right. You're not wrong. It's just that I try to work it that way. Work it in a systematic way, in a step base, so everybody can follow. You're right. Perfect. Okay, apply your creativity. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now, can so let's continue. Okay, let's continue. Now, so the next one gonna be this question. Okay, this question. Okay, so the next question I'm gonna do with you, it's question number 5 over here. So I'm gonna write it over here like 10 square bracket 3 times 2 power negative 4. Okay, negative 4 over 10 power 4 times with 2 power negative 2. Okay, so there is so many different ways. Okay, Eugene, no problem. Okay, so there are so many different ways that we can do, that we can apply to solve these questions. So many. Okay, but let me show you how I'm going to do this. Okay, now, but usually remember to check out YouTube videos. Okay, YouTube video, the one that's in my channel. Okay, now, so everyone, this one. Do you notice we already achieved the ultimate what? Same base. Student might say, teacher, the 10, can I make it 5 times 2? Yes, you can do that, but it's already same base. Not to say no point to do that, but since it's already same base, then what for you do that? Right? Okay, so you see what's the final answer? Ethan, very good. Okay, so everyone, I'm not using any calculator yet because if you use a calculator, it might defeat the purpose of you understanding the whole thing. Okay, that's why I didn't mention about calculator till now. Okay, so just throw it aside. Okay, throw it aside. Okay, follow the flow. Okay, so I'm not changing the 10 into 5 times 2. I'm gonna use the 10. So I skip my first step. Big base to small base, small index to big index. I skip that part already. So I move into bracket. So there's only one bracket that I need to use. 10, 6 times 2 power negative 4 over 10, 4 times 2 power negative 2. Okay, so everyone, remember I mentioned about this? I remember in the first video, I said something like this. Okay, I'm not sure whether you still remember I mentioned about this or not now. Okay, so still remember this one? What is this? I said I hate negative. I don't like it. So I always, when I see negative in your index, I always switch, right? I can do this switching part. Yes, it's flip both because both you have negative, right? So I say about switch, not switching. Switching it. So you move your B2 to the top, right? You move this A to bottom. Remember that? Then I see, if let's say there's an A power negative 3 and B power negative 4, for example. So this is actually what? This is actually over 1. So you make it A3 and B4. Okay, remember I said that. So student might say, teacher, in this case, can I take this one and this one and switch the position? If you want, go ahead. If you want, go ahead. But if you're not so okay with the switching part, not switching, switch. Okay, you're not so okay with the switching part, so don't do that. So what you do is you do this. 10. Now everybody listen up, because final part already, you know, because first step we skip already, second bracket with times. The final step is about what? The final step is about same base you can do times, okay, divide you can minus, same base times you do plus, and then divide you can do minus, all these things, right? So 6 minus 4. Wait, are you okay with this part? Do you understand? 10 power 6 over is divide, right? So I minus. And then I just continue with my times, right? So times with 2, negative 4, minus 2. Got it? Yes, Jared, you're right. The last ball. Okay, the last ball, same base. Okay, because we already achieved same base. Okay, the starting of the question, they already give you the same base. So what for? We're going to make it like smaller. So 10, this is already 2 times with this one minus 4 plus 2. You get a minus 2. So you notice that with different base, deal separately. So this one you get 100, and this one, remember I said 2 upon x2 is actually over 1. You get 1, 2 square. So answer is times with 1 over 2 square, which is 1 over 4. So you simplify, your answer going to be 25. You see, not even a single touch or look at my calculator. I didn't really touch it. Okay, so next, let me increase the level to question 6. Okay, question 6. Okay, so like what I mentioned, if let's say you are rushing, okay, 10 you can go already, but make sure you put like 1 to 10, you put a number there. But if let's say you are not rushing, I'm going to move up to 10:30. Okay, 10:30. So you are rushing, you can go up. Okay, yes, no problem. Yeah, okay, can. Now, so everyone, question, the next question, 6 power 1 over 2 times with 24, 1 over 2 over 27, 2 over 3. This is your question number 6. Okay, this question here, right, I will get you like maybe 1 minute. You have a look at it. Okay, see whether you can make it smaller. Okay, you can make it smaller. Okay, 1 minute, you can look at it. Okay, Rakesh, is that okay or not? Hamizan, yes. Okay, you can make the 24 smaller. Okay. But the problem is, when you make it smaller, it's going to be something like what we did on the second video. Remember this 216. I'm not sure whether you remember this 216 or not. Okay. Okay, so have a look and see whether you can make them smaller or not. Okay. So I'll put it by the side. You can have a look on whether it's whether your process is correct or not. Okay, so everyone, okay, let's have a look. Okay, first of all, 6. It's 2 times 3. Right? Yes, correct, Ethan. So you notice that 2 times 3, 1 over 2. Correct. Okay. Now listen carefully. 24, it's gonna be 4 times 6. You want to make it 3 times 8 also can, like 2 times 12 also can. So 2 and 2, you get 2 and 3. Right? So these are 1, 2, 3, you get times with 2 cubed times 3, 1 over 2. Oops. Okay, saw that. Over 3 cubed. 2 over 3. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to specifically mention it one more time. Okay. In case your parents help out. Okay. Some of your parents are very good in maths and very good. Okay. Your parents can guide you, right? Then some of your siblings are at maths pro and then pro. And okay. So you say that, yeah, nobody use this kind of method. And I have to repeat again. We are using PT3 method. Okay, so I don't want to skip to like some form 4 extra rules, okay, that you can apply it over here. Okay, but some student, they did understand some extra rules. You want to apply it, go ahead, but make sure you understand. Okay, but I'm not going to say that extra rule over here because it will confuse you. Okay, so I'm not going to say it. So the extra rule, I'll just ignore it. Okay, so I don't care about it. Okay, I'll just talk about PT3. Okay, so we familiarize with PT3. Then when you come into admats, you're gonna work faster than this. Indices in Form 3 is already a very fast working, that help out your algebraic expressions. Imagine you come into Form 4 indices, it help out further. Okay, so your working is like shorter, even shorter. Okay, so now 2 and 3, there is 2 base in a bracket. 2 base in a bracket, basically it means you have, how many base you have? You have how many indexer, right? So 2 base inside 2 indexer. So the index being 1 and 1. So you're going to move to 1 over 2 times 1, 1 over 2 times 1 because it's a bracket. So you get 2, 1 over 2 times with 3, 1 over 2 times with, you got to do the same thing, right? So 2, 3 over 2 times with 3, 1 over 2. So students get panicked, you know. So they say, wait, teacher, why so many fractions? Okay, so what are so many fractions? Can I change the fraction like 2, 1 over 2 to square root 2? Can I do that? Okay, you see this one, I said it's a times, this one is a divide. So times, you put it over here, this one you put 2. You're right, but the problem is, what for? I remember I said this, I said you cancel the what? The root, we don't like it. We don't like it. What for you change the root where you are not using calculator? And the big to small, small to big is actually good. Yes, Gerard, I put a big red cross there. I said don't use it, right? In PT3, we don't do that. It wastes your time, okay? It confuses you. So this one and this one, you get the same base times you plus. Okay, listen carefully. Okay, and then I write extra workings here. You see 1 over 2 plus with 3 over 2 times with 3. 1 over 2, 1 over 2, you plus it together. And then A divide minus. So this part, you get what? 2, 1 over 2 plus 3 over 2, you get 4 over 2. Okay, 4 over 2. So you get 2. This one, 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 is 1. 1 minus 2 is 3, negative 1. You see the whole thing simplified already. Then this one you get 4 because 2 different base, you do it separately, right? So times with this one, pop, 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 pop. Then 3 power negative 1 is actually over 1, 1 over 3 power 1. So your final answer 4 over 3, 1, 1 over 3. Ta-da. Okay. So like what I mentioned, I'll be doing the rest of it as well. Okay, so you're rushing, you can go. Okay, you're not rushing, you can continue until 10:30. Okay, so Rija, okay, Rija, let me show you like this part. Okay, you see, because 6, when you break it into smallest prime number, right, you notice that there's 2 different base, 2 different prime number base. That's why with the box I have to use the 2 times 3 already. If let's say you remain the 6, right, you can't achieve same base to continue with the question. That's why we try to make it smaller to 2 times 3. 24 also same, because when you break 24, you can't get like same base. Okay. Yeah, so that's why we break it. Because you remain the 6 and 24, you can't do anything to it. That's why we break it into smaller. So the smaller you break into, as long as you achieve prime number, it's actually better. But do you notice the previous question, the 10 one, I didn't break it into 2 times 5. You want to break also can, it's just that I show you different options. You can go ahead and try it out, but make sure you get the correct answer. You can try to work out both ways, and just to test out and see whether you are okay with that or not. If let's say both ways acceptable as in you get the same answer, it means you understand already. Okay, so Amizan, okay, let me show you some ideas on how I improve maths. Just like you mentioned about that, right? So how I improve maths, I always do this thing, So I mean, as in up to when I'm in Form 4, because during 1, 2, 3, I do understand this concept of trying up. The trying up bit means I try this method and the other method and see whether I get the same answer or not. I don't care whether it comes out long workings or short working. I don't care. I don't select like short working because it's like faster. I don't do that. I prove both ways. And I see whether I can derive the same answer or not. If let's say both I can derive the same answer, it means I understand the whole thing already. Then I can choose either one. Like, not to say like every time I'm going to use the shortest working one. Because sometimes in HOTS question, you might want to use like another way to solve it, right? That's why both also I need to understand. That's how I improve lah. Okay, so everyone, I'm going to continue. Okay, you are rushing, you can go. Okay, you got rushing, you can go, but I will be continuing it. So now I'm going to move to unknowns, type 2. Okay, type 2. The yellow color version questions. Sorry. You mean this working, right? Is this the working that you want to see? Okay, I'll show you like maybe 30 seconds. Okay, So I use another color now. Okay, I'm going to use like pink. Okay, pink, black pink, black screen and a pink word, black pink. Okay, now so everybody, unknowns. Okay, unknowns. Okay, all done. Okay, thanks. So unknowns are type 2. Okay, everyone, type 2, unknowns. Okay, wait, this pink is like not so black pink. I'm going to change it. I think it's not better. Okay, it's not better. Nice. Okay, so I'm going to do like this. Question number 7. PM power negative 2, 5. Okay, 5 times with PM square over, okay, over P cube. P cube. Yes, Hamiza, no problem. Okay, check out the YouTube. Okay, check out YouTube. Okay, for the 5th video. Okay, for the 5th video. Okay, so everyone, this one is about unknown. So when you check out the three workings are like ball, 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 big to small, small to big, you cannot use it anymore. Okay, same Hamizan. This will be number 4. This will be video number 4. Okay, so next, you move here. Bracket, you're gonna times it. You move here again. You move here again. Then same base, you're gonna times your plus, divide your minus. Okay. Kilo, temi, bye bye lo. Okay. Now, so this one, same base. Sorry, I said the wrong one. This one, you get 2 base. What same base pula? Bracket, you get 2 base. Every base there is an index, right? So I put a 1 there. So bracket is to times, right? So P5 and negative 10. Okay. And then times with PM squared over P3. Okay, so right after this, it depends on how you're going to solve it, but I'll be using the usual way lah. Okay, the usual way. You already achieved your same base, right? You cannot further go and do like further brackets or what. So final step is about same base already. So P5 times P1. P5 plus 1. Divide. Can you see the over is a divide? You minus 3. And do you need to put a times in the middle of it? No need. You want to put also can, but no point doing it now. Okay. The idea is just like what, the idea is just like A times B, or let's say A squared times B now. A squared times B is actually A squared B, right? Same thing, right? So same thing, you don't want to put the times in the middle also can. Okay, so it's up to you. So negative 10 plus 2, because times what? Times you plus. So P, 5, 1, you get 6, 6 minus 3, you get 3. Then this one is M negative 8. Wait, is this the answer? Halfway. Halfway only. Why? This one, you see that? So I just put this, okay, by the side. Okay, pop out again, this one over 1, and 1 over in M power 8. So P3 over M power 8. Bang. It's only 2 marks. Okay, every indices question worth 2 marks, maximum 3 lah, but so far I see like roughly 2 marks only. Okay, but anyhow, although it's a very short one, but when you come into Form 4 at Maths, please, it shoot up. You got to use all these things, okay? Yes, correct, Jared. You're going to remove the negative because your teacher, your schema don't like negative one. Don't like negative. Okay. Okay. Ira, for working wise, right? For working wise, you can put a 1. Working wise. But if let's say for question, final answer, right? Final answer, like let's say this case, let's say there's a power 1, you don't write it. Okay. Okay, Ken? Iran, cannot, Iran? Now, so I'm going to move to the next question. Next question, okay, everyone. Next question. I'm going to write it first because, okay, I'm going to do it one more time, okay? I'm going to do it one more time. Now, number 8. Okay, number 8. Okay, one more time. Okay, everyone, listen carefully. Okay, this one, pop, pop. Wow, suddenly I get like flu. Yeah, okay, here. Okay, listen carefully. Look at this Blackpink question. Okay, Blackpink question. Okay, first of all, hey, there's a number there, right? Can you make that smaller? Like 2. Can you make the 2 smaller? No, it's a really prime number. What for you want to do it? So first step, skip. First step, as this one, this one is first step, skip. Note it. Okay. Step 2, bracket times. Step 3, same base, plus and minus. When you plus, when times. When you minus, divide. So you come over here. Okay. So when you come over here, wow, bracket 1, 2, 3, 3 bases, right? So every base there is an index. So you put a 1 there. So 2 power 5. M power 10, K power 1 over here, you get a 5. Times with K power 6, divide M12 K7. Okay, kawan-kawan sekalian, I'm going to teach you a shortcut on how you think. Okay, now listen carefully. Listen carefully. Do you notice the 2 there? There is nothing for you to compare, so I will just expand it into one final base, okay, called 32, power 1. Power 1, no need to write on. Okay, now, so let me teach you how to think, then I write the usual working first, okay? Now, everyone, can you see M power 10 and M power 12, right? Think about it. M power 10, okay, I'm going to close my eyes and you do the same thing. Just think about it, okay? M power 10 is right on top. So if let's say I really break it up, nobody going to write it on, please. Okay, I just think about it. M power 10 means n times m times m times m times m. There is a total of 10 of them in times relationship. I remember Hayden had been saying that, teacher, when you cut it off, can you put a 1 there? It will be easier for everybody to understand. Perfect. So I say it one more time, like m power 10, a lot of m on top, a total of 10, 10 of them. So m power 12, right, is like right at the bottom, you know. So there is a total of 12 of them. So bottom part, m times m times m, 12 of them. So imagine if you cut the m, the same exact m only, you cut one by one. Can you tell me in the chats how many m's you left? Where you left it at? On top or at the bottom? Tell me. Obviously, you left 2, right? You left the 2 m's on top or at the bottom. Thank you very much. It's right at the bottom. So you just write m2. You get what I mean? You get the whole idea? You get it? Then 7, you see, that's why I see like quick maths. Okay? So K5, K6, it's 11 of them on top. K7 is like 7 of them below, right? So you make a difference of it, you get a K4. You got it. Okay, you got it. But student might say, I mean, as in some teacher, they might say that cannot, this working too short really. So if let's say your teacher don't allow this, then what you're gonna do? Okay, so let me take it away. You got the same answer now. Okay, so let me take this away, and in case your teacher want it to be like perfect workings out, so you gotta put M10 minus 12. Can you see that? M and M, you compare it. Hayden, perfect. So K5 plus 6 minus 7. So you're going to be 32, m power negative 2, and then K4. So everyone, remember this? Put it by the side. So m power negative 2 is actually over 1, 1 over m squared. Oh, you get the same answer. Yes, Jared, it's the same thing. Okay, it's the same thing. Okay, it's just that what I do is I try to think, and then I try to come up with the final answer. Okay, right? Now, so everyone, I'm going to move to my next question over here in question 13, where a lot of students ask me about it. Okay. Javier, we have to, because in this case, right? In this case, let's say K power 4, you cannot expand it anymore, right? It's an unknown. But if let's say 2 power 5 is something where you can expand into final answer, we have to do it. We have to do it. Javier, for your whole statement over here, right? If you are asking for type 1 question as in numbers all the way, right? Then you're going to leave it in indices format. You're right. But remember, without negative. So I'm going to show you a bit of that. Okay, so let's say for this case, you see that? You see? You're going to leave it this way. But remember, in prime number base. In prime number base. That's why be careful. Be careful. How if this question they ask you to simplify and you leave it over here? Wrong. Prime number base. Unknown doesn't matter. Because unknown, you cannot find value. Unknown, if let's say linear equation, then possible. But this one is like power something, you can't find it. I can't find it. Then different. Okay, got it? So everyone, question 13. A lot of students spam me this, and previous few class, they didn't go through this with me. Okay, p power 4 q power negative 2 over p power 4 and q power negative 2. So I have two questions over here to compare with y'all. Okay, another student sent me a question called Vinlun. Okay, another student mentioned about this. So I'm going to write it over here and show it to her as well. Okay, so Vinlun is from the other class. So we talk about this. I'm not sure whether she get it from where, okay, but it's a good initiative because she tried to do like other do like further extra questions already. Okay, so everyone, question 13. Okay, question 13, let's do it. This question, king. Okay, let me show you now. I make it bigger. Okay, I'm going to show you question 13. Everyone, do you notice there's a root? I don't like it. So tell me what I'm going to do. Of course, I have to change it, right? Okay, but the problem is, I'll change it to what? It turn correct. Okay, let me show you something is here. Okay, everyone. Ideas, ideas. Okay, I pop up with this idea. Remember a power m over n? And I show you that the upper part is to times, the bottom one is to divide. So times to increase and divide is to decrease value. So this is how I memorize it. So you will get a, then there's something here. So times you put it over here and n you put it outside. So that's how we do it. Okay, everyone. Imagine, if I say square root 5, I simply write square root 5. Okay, square root 5. Do you agree 5 is actually power 1? And then square root is actually 2 over here. So it's a 1 over 2. Agree or not? Okay, tell me in the chats. A power 1 over 3, what is it? Sorry, I put like a pull up 5. Okay, so tell me what is a power 1 over 3? If I say for this case, what it will be? Very good, Jachin. Okay, so you see Javier is correct. Very good. So it's actually cube root of 8, right? So you notice that, it's a very obvious square root. Square root, right? Yes. Okay, so bracket p power 4, q power negative 2, 1 over 2. This one, okay or not? Can you see the whole square root? The whole square root is like covering this whole thing, cry not. It's actually 1 over 2. Oh, got it. Okay, got it. Okay, so over p power 4, q power negative 2. Don't ever tell me this. Teacher, cut. Ta-dang. Can do that or not? I will come and find you and slap you. No such thing. Because there's a power outside. You can't do that. Okay? The starting of the question, you do this thing also cannot. Oh my god, cannot. Okay? So don't ever do that. You can only do that when you get like 100% equal. You see a cover there, how can you cut it? It's already covered, how you cut? Right? So this is what you're gonna do. There's two base inside. You're gonna take the 1 over 2 and you multiply it to the index, right? So P 4 and 1 over 2 you get a 2. 2 and 1 over 2 you get a -1. Correct? Over P4 and Q -2. Then do the usual same base. Do the usual same base, everyone. Okay. So let me make it smaller, make it by the side. So this is gonna be P2 minus 4, Q minus 1 minus -2, right? Go ahead with your creativity. If you want to move that negative first, go ahead. Some student might say, teacher, can I make it faster? The Q -1 and Q -2, I switching. Can or not? Yes. So P -2, you see extra workings here, guys. -1 plus 2, Q1. So answer is Q1 over P2, all that. This one, pop. P -2 over 1 over P squared. See that? Then you get the answer already. But remember, final answer, don't write the 1. So that's how you solve question 13. Okay? So I'm going to do something similar so you can have a reference to it as well. Okay? Reference to it. So everybody over here and okay, I'm gonna say again, if let's say you're rushing, you can go over here now. Okay, in case your parents are rushing, hey, wait, you gotta have your dinner or what? Okay, because some of you might not have dinner yet. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, because I kena before. So if let's say you're rushing, you can go first. Okay, so like what I mentioned, I will post like the videos on YouTube, right? So you can watch it again. But for this chapter here, don't expect like, teacher, chapter 2 you'll post or not. No. I post basic important videos that my students need and it benefits others as well. Okay. Now, wait, let me see. And oh, Ira, is this the one that you want to know? Is this the one? Is this the one? Okay, let me show you one more time. You see, can you see? Okay, let me erase it again. Now, I put a tick there. You tell me whether you're okay or not. Okay, this one you're okay or not? Good. So you know the upper part one is actually on the power side. So I put the base there first. Do you notice the 1 over here is for the upper part? And the square root, normally we don't put a 2 there, right? But I put a 2 there because it proves that it's a square root. So I put a 2 here. That's why it's actually 1 over 2. That's the reason. Did I solve your problem? Why you want to change the square root to square? Yes. Hey, Ara, bracket is 2 times, right? 1 over 2 times 4, right? Then 1 over 2 times -2, remember? Kaijun, did I solve the same problem as well? Bracket is 2 times, okay, so let's get something similar to compare so that you have a reference. You see, I've been using the same idea. I didn't change it before, right? So you try to catch like the words that I've been using, same word. By the way, my English also very bad, so I've been using the same word. Okay, so next here, you tell me, don't you think this is like so familiar, the square root? Square root the whole thing, right? So you're gonna be x, y, bracket 1 over 2. Right? Now, be careful, be careful, be careful. This whole thing together one. So I'm going to write xy square bracket 1 over 3. Be careful. Vinlun, be careful. Okay. Times with, be careful. xy 5 bracket, I take the whole thing. Then the root of 6, I put 1 over 6. So that. And then 1 by 1. 2 base 1 and 1. X 1 over 2, Y 1 over 2. I repeat, it's very normal to get fractions. Very normal, perfectly fine. Okay? So times with x, 2 base, this one, x 1 over 3, y 2 over 3. Again, getting fraction at power, it's perfectly fine and you should be happy about it. Then you get a square root. Root, whatever roots. Oh, sorry. Okay, imagine if, let's say, with unknowns, with roots, you can't even type into your calculator. You get what I mean? That's why nobody going to use like roots. Okay, so times with x, so 1, so x 1 over 6, y 5 over 6. Okay, so everybody, you write this down first. Okay, write this down. These are extra questions. Okay, let me solve like Hayden's problem for a while. The base of the square root got 8. This is like square root. Yes, Hayden, can you see in the end it's the same answer? You notice that? The one that you typed to me, can you see it's the same answer? But why do I write it this way? Because there is 2 ways inside, 3 ways inside. But you have to be careful. I write this way because there's 2 ways. If let's say I write the way that you mentioned to me, it's okay for 1 base. You saw that. You saw that. Okay, so you understand the idea? Very good question. Very good question. Okay, now, so but for me, I'll do that way. Okay, I'll do this way. Okay, over here. So now, same base, you're going to plus it. So x 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6. Nice. Why? You don't want to put the times, it's okay because they are times, right? So 1 over 2 plus 2 over 3 plus 5 over 6. Nice. So now, x, okay, so this one, sorry lah, lazy to do, so you just take calculator and type it only lah. Okay, 1 over 3 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 6. Oops, I get a 1. Saw that. Okay. So next, 1 over 2. Because if let's say you're going to plus like the one on top, you have to make it same denominator. Okay, waste your time. Just take calculator and plus that. Okay, then 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 over 3. Then plus 5 over 6. You get 2. So just write it one more time. X, y squared. Ta-da! Vinlun. That's the answer. Okay. So everyone, I think I will stop here. Okay, I will stop here. Okay, so the next question 5. Okay, what question 5? Video 5, it's gonna be your third type of question over here where it's quite okay. And you know, this question over here is like quite whoa. Okay, so this type and SPM, I'm gonna do it together. Okay, together. So we are done with type 1, type 2. So happy holiday, everybody. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to see you 2 weeks later. Okay. So stay tuned in YouTube. Okay. Subscribe the channel and get the notification. Okay. For video number 5. Bye-bye.